diminished man. Ah, diminished master. Hey. So I was this year's guest artist for an annual event called Read Day, which is held at the Texas A&M University-Kingsville, or TAMUK for short. And whoa, it was a lot of fun. First of all, it was in Texas, and oh my, I think I love Texas already. The people are so nice and the food is incredible. And I'm actually going back there this summer because Chad LB and I have officially launched the Global Jazz Workshop that will be held in Austin, Texas this July 22nd through the 28th. You are all invited to apply. The official faculty lineup is Russell Hall on bass, Mike Moreno on guitar, Jasmia Horn and Christian Wiggs for vocals, Leah Gregorian on piano, Kellen Hannes on trumpet, Andre Hayward on trombone, and Lee Pearson on drums. All participants will be placed in small ensembles and big bands, and there will be daily lessons for your instrument, 1 to 2 master classes every day, theory and musicianship classes, and of course, jam sessions. Everyone who attends will get to do a live performance at Monk's Jazz Club in Austin, and you'll get to watch the All-Star Faculty Gala concert. There are discounts for early registration, so if you are interested in applying, you can go ahead and find that link in the description below. Can't wait to meet you all there. Alrighty, so TAMUK. Initially, I had never even heard of TAMUK, but a friend that I had met at NASA named Eddie Rivera hit me up on Instagram and invited me to be a guest artist for their event called Read Day, an event where professors of each woodwind instrument from their school give master classes completely free to the public, and attendees get to work with college students as well as perform in a concert. There's also a lot of vendors where you get to try cool music equipment all day and purchase them. Eddie's also a very dedicated player and young teacher who earned my respect a long time ago. So it was a no-brainer when he invited me. I said yes. So I flew to Texas, he picked me up at the airport and took me to the school. And I was immediately greeted by the saxophone studio students. Hey, what's your name?
Donald Woods.
Donald, the hair master. And what's your name?
Daniela Pina.
Multimedia master,
Hi.
a graphic designer. This is Kike.
Kike.
Yeah. And what's your name?
Basti.
Vasti. Vasti.
Yeah.
I'm working on my accent. And this is long hair master. What's your name?
My name is Christian.
Christian. I was extremely impressed by their level of professionalism. The students organized and planned this entire event by themselves. Juan here was like full level chaperone. Like he made me feel like a spoiled king. Thanks, Juan. I also couldn't help but notice how beautiful the school was. Diego here. Dude, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, Nate.
You're Jack. Look at those arms, dude.
Dude, try.
Dude, strong man, vain man. Dude,
Trying to be just like Zach.
I'm stronger than Zach.
Sure, you're totally not.
Wow, thanks, man.
Jazz rehearsal room. Where all the magic happens, where the jams happen.
Recital. Let's check it out. This is beautiful.
Yeah, and sadly we can't turn on the lights right now. I don't want to mess with anything. But this is where we hold our recitals.
Their music building is practically brand new.
Concert bands, wind symphony, symphonic bands, a whole locker system set up.
Gosh. Shortly after, their jazz big band rehearsals started, and I got to take a little peek. They sounded great, and I was especially impressed by Frank Chapa, their lead alto. His alto sound is clear as day, and his lines are clean. I'll be keeping an eye on him. As it was ending, I was alerted that it was time for me to teach a masterclass in a few minutes, so I was taken to Dr. Zinninger's office to warm up a bit. Dr. Zinninger, or Dr. Z, is the saxophone professor at this school who has great competence in both jazz and classical, which is something I admire a lot. After the warm-up, it was time to teach the masterclass. I found it really fun. I felt like it went pretty well. And then, essentially, I just talked about saxophone and music nerdy stuff, my 2 favorite things to talk about. And it was in front of a live audience that wants to hear you talk about those things. I mean, what more could I ask for? The time skated by, like that was the fastest hour of my life. I got to meet a lot of the college students there, which is always my favorite part. Right after, they took me to a local Indian restaurant called Spice Station. And let me tell you, that orange curry chicken thingy, I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna never forget that. Right after, there was a jam session from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and it was super fun and interactive. We just played a million tunes and kept going. This is where I met their pianist, Dr. Chen, and I became an instant fan. She's from Taiwan and graduated from the Great Eastman School of Music and has a background in classical and jazz piano, and as well as plays a million thousand instruments. But best of all, it was just her energy for me. She was just so outwardly positive and energetic. Everyone needs a friend like Dr. Chen. After the jam, Frank and the boys invited me to their house to play Super Smash Brothers. You know I had to say yes. So we had a late night Smash Bros and jazz hang. I went home, got some good night's rest, and then the next morning, it was time for the actual Read Day event. I arrived back to the school, and the turnout was a smashing success. According to them, they said it was the most attendees they've ever had to a Read Day. Let's go! I was meeting longtime supporters left and right. I loved every second. You are all so cool and interesting. I signed so many things. I even signed someone's shoes and someone's forehead.
Wow.
There you go. Engraving Sharpie ink into someone's skin like that is a sensation I don't even know how to describe. There's also some trend among the youth where they take 0.5mm photos up close and from above. I must have taken at least like 10 of those. I also found my doppelganger. Then I took a moment to explore the vendor room a bit.
Get some water. Oh wow, there's a lot of people in here. Dang, 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 dang. Vendor heaven.
It was a bit reminiscent of the vendors at NASA. I tried out a bunch of cool sax stuff, as a sax nerd would.
Look at that color action. Color master. It's mixed like me.
Of course, I was asked to play the Mario Kart lick.
I'll do it quiet. It just attracts so much attention. It gives me anxiety. There we go. You see what I mean? It feels different on this horn. Hey. Not my cleanest work, but that'll do.
And this was the first I was asked to channel the classical snob.
Pretend I have glasses on. It's so weird to do it in person.
This kind vendor man gave me some free sax stuff.
Oh, dude, thank you. Is this for free? Oh, dude. Oh, you're a sweet man. Oh, thank you, dude.
I love you, vendor man. I actually still have those things back there. Let's look at it together. Ah. Gave me some red box Javas. I played these all throughout undergrad. Now I play Boston Sax Shop. And you gave me a swab. And you gave me the Van Doren MO ligature. Actually, I already have one of these, as you can see here, but it's pretty ancient. Let's see what a brand new one looks like.
Ah. Ooh.
Moment of truth. Ah. Look at that. Brand new MO ligature. Here's a comparison. Oh, I didn't realize the bottom of my old one's broken. Well, problem solved. Thank you again, vendor man. I actually brought my own merch for the vendor, but I think I should have brought more.
Yeah.
Oops.
I don't jazz, but I would buy some too.
But Diego, the swole master himself, seemed to really dig the Boston Sax Shop heritage neck.
Yeah, I think you sold me on this neck.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
like my favorite channel.
Ooh, cry me a river, man.
Now I'm broke.
Diminished man.
Diminished master. Then it was soon time to give another masterclass, but this time in this beautiful, gorgeous hall. Dr. Z showed me the way to the warm-up room.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow.
You want some lighting?
Whoa, I'm blind. It's time to warm up.
Someone in the hall asked me earlier today, and this is a question I get often, or at least some sort of variant of this question, but he says he really wants to play jazz, but he plays classical, but he just feels this wall, and he doesn't quite know why. He just won't bring himself to do it, and I think the reason why, and in case anyone's feeling this, we're afraid of the idea of if we practice the other genre, we're going to be worse at the other genre. And I totally get that, but really what makes you worse at the other genre is if you don't practice the other genre. So if you're going to play jazz and just totally ditch classical, you're going to get worse at classical because you're not playing classical. I like to keep those two worlds separate. Especially in my undergrad, I just had twice the practice routine. I would practice 2 to 4 hours a day on classical and then 2 to 4 hours on jazz every day, and I wouldn't skip one. I wouldn't make one day just classical. I wouldn't make one day just jazz, unless I was just being procrastinative or something, because playing Smash Bros or something, or Clash Royale. I love this game so a lot. 9,000 trophies. Anyway, so if you want to play jazz and classical, you absolutely can, but it is double the workload. Classical, I think, is really great at making you aware of voicing, and that can absolutely benefit your jazz conception. Here it is without voicing, and then I'm going to try to open up the sound and get a larger sound using my knowledge from classical practice. So to really open up that sound, I'm absolutely thinking or borrowing from my classical knowledge. So I think learning two styles can actually help each other. I don't think they hurt each other. But of course, you know, if you practice classical 8 hours a day, and then you're gonna practice jazz 8 hours a day, you still have to eat, you still have to sleep, you still have homework. So it's hard to do. So pick your battles, choose your poison.
Shortly after, it was then time to perform. All of the Reed Day artists performed, and I played some classical pieces and some jazz. The concert was a success, just good vibes all around.
Hi, Nathan.
Hey, nice voice.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You inspired me. I'm a post videos
you know
now.
what?
Dude,
The voice
yeah.
manipulation, it's in my voicing from my mouthpiece and overtone exercises.
Hey.
I even met one of Eddie's high school students who made All-State this year in Texas.
Awesome, dude. How practice?
at least 3 hours a day, usually 5.
Wow. You play video games?
No, the last time I played video games was probably in 6th grade. I'm in 10th grade now.
Wow. So cut distractions.
Yeah, I'm very optimized.
Wow. I like it. Vibrato man, vibrato man.
What a bright future ahead for him. After the event was over, we all went to a Mexican restaurant, and the sax studio surprised me with this gift bag. We had a wonderful time, and they even convinced the staff that it was my birthday somehow. It was not my birthday, but thanks anyway. I like the little maraca guys. The next day, it was time to leave. But before I did, we actually all filmed a skit. I'm gonna have fun editing that one. I also got to watch Isaiah perform at the final round of the school's concerto competition, and he sounded awesome. And guess what? Later that day, he was announced as one of the winners. Let's go, Isaiah. He's also a killin' jazz tenor player. These crossover players are really growing in number, aren't they? And finally, it was time for me to go. Diego, the swole master, drove me to the airport. However, during my whole time here, everyone kept asking me, have you tried the Whataburger? I had no idea what a Whataburger was. I guess it was a Texas staple. So I decided to try it, and per Vicente Mendoza's strong recommendation, I got the patty melt.
All right, it's time. Wow. Magical.
I would eat a patty melt every day for breakfast. So I made it to the airport, and that was the end of my time at TAMUK. And actually, I preserved the gift basket that they gave me at the Mexican restaurant, just so that we can unbox it together. Disclaimer, I did immediately eat all the Valentine's chocolate as soon as I got back to the hotel, so that's not in here anymore. But everything else is. Let's take a look. Yes, sir. This is their school mascot, the javelina. Very fluffy, thank you. Ooh, got some TAMUK merch. Put this on right now. Oh, yes, sir. Now I'm in there. Let's keep going. Ooh, got a little cup action. Very hydrated. Ooh, little cup holder. My hands will now defy all moisture. Oh. Ooh, hey, I remember this. This is what all of them were wearing. Now I could be part of your student organization. Ooh, we got a nice little hat. I actually tend not to look too great with hats, but I'll put it on anyway. Freaking dope. Ooh, we got a little lanyard. I can carry everything on my neck now. Maybe I'll use this as a saxophone neck strap. Ooh, when words fail, music speaks. Definitely going to decorate my room with this somewhere. Oh, okay. I really dig this. So now it has become immortalized, immortalitized. I don't know how to say that word. Actually, I'm gonna hang it up there when I get some more command strips. You'll see it in a future video. Ooh, got some little button guys. Beautiful. And finally, a very kind card. Oh, thanks. Aw, thanks. You guys are awesome. Oh, I missed this. Also got some stickers. Yes. This means my sticker collection on my saxophone can expand. Yes. Let's slap one of these bad boys on. This one's nice and all-encompassing. Yes, excellent. Let's make this one majority blue. Excellent. The expansion continues. Thank you, TAMUK, for making that experience so memorable for me. Thank you, Eddie, Daniela, Diego, Frank, Xander, Isaiah, Yamila, Juan.
Shout out to Damien here for recording this whole vlog.
Vasti, Benjamin, George, Araceli, Goose, Paul,
Oswaldo.
Dr. Z, Dr. Chen, and anyone else I'm forgetting to mention right now. And thank you everyone who attended. It was so awesome meeting you all. Again, I will be back in Texas this summer, July 22nd to the 28th for the Global Jazz Workshop, this time in Austin, Texas. So hopefully many of us can meet again. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for 202,000 subscribers. Have a good day.